Hello, my friends. Welcome back to our web development tutorial. In today's video, we want to talk about how we can play with the fonts in our web page, right? We want to see the different properties that we can use in order to make our fonts to look where we want them to look. So let's get started. I'm just creating a HTML file, and let's just, for the sake of an example, have an H1 in here, and this is a sample text, right? So some of the properties we've seen before. So if I go here and add my style, great. If I close it and then go H1, for example, color is one of the attributes that you can play with. If I go blue, right, you can see that the color changes to blue. And again, like we've seen this before in the previous videos, and it's nothing new, but there are different attributes that we can play with. One of them is font weight. As you can see, like it's giving me some options here. We'll be talking about some of these in today's video. So if I go font weight and if I go bold, for example, as you can see, the font is changed to bold, right? Just like different weight. If I change that to normal, right? Now it's like a normal font, right? The weight is normal. So this is like one way of defining the weight. The other way is to go lighter or bolder. So if I go lighter, for example, it's lighter, right? And if I go bolder, as you can see, it's just like bolder. So it's relative. When I say lighter or bolder, what is it relative to? It's actually relative to the root, right? And the root is like whatever comes inside the HTML, like the whole thing. And the third way, so like so far it's been two ways. We can go normal or bold. The second way is go lighter or bolder, which is relative to the root. And the other way is to go like give it a number, and the number can be anything between 100 to 900. So if I give it 100, this is the lightest that it can be, and if I give it like 900, this is the boldest it can be, right? And the values in between are just like different values that you can keep playing with. So this is about the font weight. Let's just keep that to bold, for example. Another property that I want to talk about is font size. So if I go font, sorry, forgot the semicolon here. Now font size, there's also like different ways of defining a font size. If I go, for example, 20 pixels, right? As you can see, now it's like a very, very tiny thing compared to what it used to be. It's H1. So as you can see, H1 is not a like solid and like set in stone font size. I can change it with this, like go 20 pixel. And how much is a pixel? I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's like 1/96 of an inch. That's what it is. So you can like keep playing with the values and see like what you get, right? The other way of defining a font size instead of pixel, like px is short for pixel, you can go pt, right? As you can see, like pt, like 20 pt, and this is 20 px, right? They're different. So pt is point, right? Different measuring format. And again, if I'm not mistaken, pt was 1/72 of an inch. So these are two ways of defining a font size. But there's other ways as well. Like you can go, for example, war1 em, right? And it's m, basically that's how it's pronounced. And what it means, like 1 em is basically like 100% of the parent size. You remember when I was talking about bold and writer here, and I said like it's relative to the parent. This is the same thing, right? It says that actually, if you hold this in here, it gave me something, I don't know. Yes. So it says indicate the desired height of, it just like gives you all the description of what it actually means. If you're interested, you can read that. So the thing is like it's compared to the parent, right? So if I have, for example, this H1 inside another thing, let's say, for example, I have a dev here, for example, right? If I have a dev here and H1 goes inside this dev, and then I say my dev is, I don't know, 20 pixel, and then here it's like 2 EM. It's like twice as much as the whatever the parent is, in this case the dev. You can also have REM, right? REM is root. So it just like compares it with the root, whatever that is. So again, like these two EM and REM are relative, but you can use pixels and points if you want to have like a fixed value that is not changing if you change other things. So we talked about font weight. We also talked about the font size. The other thing that I wanted to talk about was the font family, right? So there is like a lot of different fonts that you can use, right? But what if, so let's just like add it here. If I go, for example, font family, and then you can actually do something like go, like you can see like gives you some option. I'm just going to choose this. And when you look at this, it says this, Lucida Sans, and give me some options, right? So it has some defined options, and you saw that like the text, the font changed. It's a different family now. But like, what if you want to do something else? What if you want to have your own thing? Like you go see something somewhere else, and you just want to have that font size, and you don't know what that actually is. So I'm going to show you in a second how you can do that. So let's remove this H1 thingy in here. So to do that, what I want to do is to go to fonts.google.com. You can actually see a lot of different fonts, right? Let's just like dismiss this. And so once you're in this page, you just go like up top here on the left side with fonts, you click on fonts, and it gives you all different fonts in here, right? Like there's a whole variety of fonts in here. My internet is being slow, but like if you keep scrolling down, you'll see different fonts, as you can see here, right? And all you need to do is just like to scroll down and find the one that you want. For example, let's say that you want this. So I'm just going to click on this, right? Choose it. And now that I have it, I can actually get the font, right? It says like you go here, say get font. And once you're here, you just go get embed code and make sure the link is selected. And it actually gives you all the information that you need. It says embed code in the head part of your HTML file. So I'm just going to copy this. And as you see here, it says in the head. So I just want to go back here and in the head, not in this style. I just want to go here and paste everything here, right? So this is just for linking and like downloading the font that you want. And once you're done that, you just go back in here and you just copy what's here, right? This is the CSS class. So if I just copy the CSS class and go back here, and for example, I have my H1 in here. So now I want to go to my style and define my H1, right? And put everything here, right? And as you saw, just like make it pretty. As you saw, the font changed. Now it's a different font, right? And where is the font? It's defined here. Like I'm linking my HTML page to go to this address and find the font and use that font instead. As you can see, like the changes are applied here. So it's a really good website if you want. Like they have a lot of different fonts that you can actually use. And some fonts, like if you go here, for some of them, you can see like they have different varieties of like the weight of the font. For example, I don't really know all of these, but like if I go here, it says like it has 10 different styles, right? So if I come down, it says it's thin. The thin version is here, the thin 100, As you can see, like the 100 is like the weight of the font, as we talked about it. It could be anything from 100 to 900. And like this is the italic version. This is the like 300. So you can just like select whichever you want and like follow the steps that I showed you. And this is how you can have any fonts that you want in your web page. I think that's everything for today's video, and I think this must be everything about the weight that you need to know, probably. If there were other things that you're curious to know and I haven't already covered in this video, please let me know in the comments. I'd be more than happy to answer that. And as always, thank you for watching this video. If you found it useful, please give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do, as it's helped me a lot. And you're also going to be notified when I upload the next video. Thank you for watching me again. You guys have a good one. See you all next video. Take care. Bye-bye.